All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're obviously talk about the Golden State Warriors in tonight's video. Now, folks, Lowry or no Lowry, I still think Golden State's had a really good offseason thus far. You can't tell me D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, and Buddy Hield don't improve the Golden State Warriors. Like, you just can't tell me those moves don't improve Golden State. And when I think people are looking at the Western Conference specifically right now, Golden State last year having dudes like Clay, Dre, Steph, like their best players are a little bit older. And it's just like the Lakers in the sense of, they need a little bit more rest. They're just a little bit older, right? Because you want to preserve their bodies for the offseason for a finals championship run. But at the end of the day, folks, Golden State's coming off a 46-36 season. And I get it. It was missing the postseason for the third time since 2013. That's such an unbelievable statistic. But there's at least one more push left here. The most important thing for Golden State, once again, Clay or no Clay, Lowry or no Lowry, Clay or no Clay, is Steph Curry is still Steph Curry, and he's still on the freaking Golden State Warriors. And when I look at this roster on paper, Steph Curry, D'Anthony Melton, Gary Payton, B-Pod, Buddy Hield, Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Moses Moody, Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, TJD, Kevon Looney, like, you can't tell me this is a bad basketball team. You just can't tell me they're a bad basketball team. Now, if they make a move actually for Lauri Markkanen and you're not giving up Jonathan Kuminga, they're immediate finals contenders. But I still think Golden State has plenty left in the tank. And folks, we're like 1 week into free agency. All right. So welcome back to Warriors Daily. Obviously, we're talking about the Golden State Warriors in tonight's video like we do every single day. So hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. Thank you guys seriously so much for all the love the last couple of days. If we try to get this video to 250 likes, it would mean the absolute world to me. Guys, one move that's just flying so under the radar is D'Anthony Melton. He got picked up on a 1-year, $12.8 million contract. And I saw this excerpt in an article that was like, recapping and giving their opinion on each of their signings. And they said this exactly: the Golden State Warriors offseason has been meme-worthy so far, although in this case, it's a good thing. I don't think missing on Paul George for Jonathan Kuminga is all that much of an issue until we're like 5 years down the line. I think it's way too early to make a mistake of gauging what Golden State decided to not include Jonathan Kuminga for Paul George. I think it's way too early to assess a move like that. They didn't want to pay Klay Thompson $20 million. Well, Klay was really important to Golden State in their entire dynasty, but it didn't feel like he was a needle mover last year. And apparently he was disgruntled. And I keep getting comments in these videos saying Klay was fine. Guys, multiple reports have come out that Klay Thompson was disgruntled with the Warriors for several seasons because they did not pay him an extension after their championship win a couple of years ago. I don't want disgruntled players on my team, whether it's Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole. Like, I'm not the GM. But if Klay Thompson's this upset that he wants to get underpaid and go to the Dallas Mavericks, that's fine. I wish him the absolute best of luck. But time moves fast, and basketball moves fast. And the fact that they were able to replace Klay Thompson and Chris Paul for D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, and Buddy Hield, to me, is not that big of a loss. All right? Once again, Klay was clearly not happy with Golden State. Otherwise, he would be a Golden State Warrior right now. Now, D'Anthony Melton's only 26 years old. He is one of the best backcourt guards on the defensive side in the entire NBA. Now, the one risky factor to the D'Anthony Melton signing is his back. But if D'Anthony Melton is healthy and he plays over 60 games and he's healthy for the playoffs, you are going to be glad that this dude was picked up. And once again, Warriors fans love these three moves. They absolutely love it. D'Anthony Melton is a positive player. He had 1.6 steals per game. That would have tied Kawhi Leonard for the 5th most in the league had Melton played enough games to qualify. Steph Curry's 37 this upcoming year. You need D'Anthony Melton's defense. Once again, Klay's a solid defensive player. B-Pod's a solid defensive player, but you just got one of the best backcourt guards in the NBA. Now, he's not a true point guard, and that's important because your true point guard is Steph Curry, and your second true point guard is a forward, and his name's Draymond Green. But he can still pass, and he can still rebound. He's got defense. He's got outside shooting. He's a phenomenal passer, but he's a big winner. The Philadelphia 76ers were 10.3 points per 100 possessions better with DeAnthony Melton on the floor last season. That's in the 93rd percentile. So once again, one of the best defensive guards in the NBA. And he can shoot well. He can shoot efficiently from downtown. He can pass. He can rebound. And he's a high IQ football. It's late. Folks, it's late. I apologize. He's a high IQ basketball player. That move was an A+ in my opinion. All right. Now, the next move they made was Kyle Anderson. And Kyle Anderson is a really great depth player to contribute winning basketball. And this is a dude you will appreciate for 82 games this upcoming regular season. And you will appreciate when he's in the playoffs. He's got just ridiculed for his shot technique because it is slow. But Kyle Anderson's still going to give you around 10 points per game. He's still a solid, fine three-point shooter. But his basketball knowledge and his basketball IQ makes the Golden State Warriors signing him a no-brainer. Like literally a no freaking brainer. And then finally we have what a lot of people are using, like the Clay loss, the Buddy Hield, Klay Thompson replacement. So Buddy Hield agrees to $21 million Warrior contract after the 76ers sign and trade. So Hield was apparently ready for a change of scenery. He told Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports that he came to the realization by the trade deadline that he needs to get out of there in Indiana. And he went on like a whole, explanation for, basically how like just kind of sports contracts work. Like your front office tells you, yeah, we want you. We want to re-sign you. We want to extend you. And then they don't. And then they just kind of stop picking up your calls and they keep giving you the same words like, yeah, man, we want to re-sign you. We're working on it. We're trying to figure it out. So Buddy Hield just wanted to change the scenery. And that's where a lot of issues that Indiana Pacer fans have is Buddy Hield said it looked like he didn't want to be there. And it's because the front office just went blank on him. They went dark on him. Buddy Hield is a 40% career three-point shooter. He shot 39% from downtown last season. He's the 10th most three-pointers made among active players, only behind a handful of players that have been in the league for over 15 years. Buddy Hield is one of the best shooters in the NBA. One of the best shooters in the NBA. He's going to be coming off the bench. Once again, your lineup states as this. Your starting lineup on paper would be some kind of combination of this. And that's one important factor as well that we'll make a whole different video on. So many of these Warriors players are interchangeable. And that's what Steve Kerr loves, the flexibility, the versatility of his lineups. Your starting lineup, something like Steph Curry, B-Pod, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Jonathan Kuminga. And your bench is guys like Anthony Melton, Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, Moses Moody, Lindy Waters, Tracy Jackson Davis, Kevon Looney. The Warriors are actually pretty deep and they've got plenty of talent. They're going to be just fine. That's it for today. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Dubs content. Let me know your thoughts. Give me a grade rating on the Warriors free agency, and we'll see you soon.